Good evening, everyone. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
And thank you, ma'am. Time is 7 o'clock, so let us be on time every time. Thank you so much for all of your participation in this workshop on SLR and bibliometric analysis for today and tomorrow. Ma'am, in the past, had taken many workshops under the banner of MTC Global, and all the workshops were highly appreciated by the participants. And I'm confident that there will be many takeaways at the end of the workshop. I take the pleasure to introduce ma'am very briefly. Dr. Shalini Aggarwal ma'am, an alumnus of the Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad, and presently working as a professor of finance at Chandigarh University, Mohali. She has a total work experience of 18 years, comprising industry and teaching. She is an MBA with specialization in finance and Ph.D. in the area of risk management practices in banking sector of India. She has more than 40 research papers published in SCI Q1, Q2, Scopus and ABDC, AB and C listed journal. Her case studies are published in IIM Ahmedabad Case Center. She has also authored two edited books published by Taylor and Francis. She has completed three funded research projects, two with IIM Ahmedabad and one by IMS Ghaziabad. She has conducted more than 100 workshops on data analysis using time series data in SPSS, E-views, finding variables and model building, SLR, bibliometric analysis, quantitative study, qualitative study, and art studio, and has delivered guest lectures at national and international level like South Africa, Bangladesh, Afghanistan, Thailand, Indonesia, and Brazil. Thank you so much, ma'am, being with us for today and tomorrow. And once again, I wish you all a belated happy Navaratri greetings. And I hand over the session to ma'am. Kindly, ma'am, please take over.
Thank you so much, sir. So let me start my session. So let me share my screen. Okay. So is my screen visible to all of you and my voice is clear as well? My screen is visible and my voice is clear to all of you. Somebody
Yes,
is
Not at all, ma'am.
okay. So let's start with today's session on SLR, that is a systematic literature review. So let's start this. So what is the first thing that comes to our mind when we do the systematic literature review, right? So what is the first thing? So what should be the topic? So this is the first thing that comes to our mind. So what do we do in this case? We think of some topic. Right? So like this only we start with this. We think of some topic. Let's say we think of some topic, let's say sustainable finance. Right. What we can do is like, I can take the example of some of the candidates over here. Anybody, like I can take your opinion as well to start with the some topic. Anybody who would like to suggest for some topic here? Anybody? Ma'am, your voice is not clear. I think there is some issue with your voice. I'm not able to. No, I'm not able to.
Inclusion, ma'am.
Okay, so financial. Okay, so let's say financial inclusion. So what will be the keywords for this? Can anybody? Can you please tell me for this? Financial inclusion. So what we have to do is like, this is a broader area. So now what we will be doing is we will be searching for the keywords. What are the different keywords that you think will be useful for doing this? Financial inclusion, what are the other keywords that we can make use of? Ma'am, आपकी
Access
आवाज
to
you are not.
finance.
हाँ जी,
Access to finance.
not able to understand what finance. You can write it down as well if you want.
मैम microfinance.
माइक्रो फाइनेंस नहीं, एक ही नहीं नहीं, मतलब आई एम जस्ट टेलिंग यू, let's say we want to start with the topic financial inclusion. So what will be the similar keywords with respect to this financial inclusion? Let's say this is a topic, right, and we want to search based on this, right? So financial inclusion is one keyword. What can be the other keyword for this? This is what I'm asking you. The similar topic that is related to financial inclusion. Rural areas, can it be the financial inclusion? May another keyword can be the rural areas.
Digital finance.
Digital finance.
Women, ma'am.
And empowerment.
No. This will be a different word. Financial inclusion में women empowerment doesn't make any sense. We are actually what I'm trying to do is this time I'm taking one topic from you people, one topic. It has to be only one topic, and we have to use the keywords that is related to financial inclusion now. Are you getting me? So
Ma'am, you mean to say the synonym word?
yes. Or they say like rural areas. Financial inclusion is related to rural areas. Digital finance can also be one of this. So what I'm trying to say is like financial inclusion se related, we want to find out, we want to do the research on this topic, financial inclusion, right?
Credits
So
and
similar
payments?
keywords.
Ma'am,
Hanji?
credits and payment. Credits
Okay.
and payments.
Okay. Okay. So let's start with this now. So what we have to do is now, what is the next step? So these are some of the keywords that we can think of. The broader area is financial inclusion, right? Now, what you have to do is, what is the next step? You have to have a Scopus database or Web of Science. These are the two databases that is very, very important, Scopus database or Web of Science. What is a Scopus database is basically, it consists of thousands and thousands of papers that is already written in the journal. Let me show you to this website. Let me take you, actually this is a website that our college is having already. So let me take you to this site, scopus.com. This will take a few minutes. Let me show you this. Let me sign in. Our college has subscribed to the Scopus database, right? So with the help of this, like this is the initial page of the Scopus database. So Scopus consists of thousands of journals, and those journals papers are also there. So let's say we want to search for those papers related to the topic of financial inclusion. Now today we will be talking about the topic that is called as a financial inclusion, rural area, digital finance, credit and payments. So these are some of the keywords related to the topic. The broader topic is financial inclusion. So let's put this into this one of the biggest database, Scopus database. What is the keyword? Financial inclusion. Let me put it just like this, only the financial inclusion. Is the screen clear to all? Let me increase again the font size. So look at this. If I have put this word financial inclusion over here, there are different ways to search for it. You can search in the article title, abstract or keywords, authors, first author. The main way of doing it, search in the article title, abstract and keyword. So what I have written over here is financial inclusion. So I have received around 5552 documents that the people has already written. What does it mean 5552 documents means? This much of article has already been written on this topic, that is financial inclusion. This is, I'm only talking about the papers. And it also includes, it might be including the SLR as well. Right. So it consists of 5552 documents. Now, to do the systematic literature review on this much number of papers is very tough for me. Right. So what I will be doing is I will narrow down my search for this. So there are certain criteria over here. Onto the left side, you can see here, there are certain criteria. Let's say ye search is from, we want the financial inclusion, let's say from this year, 2014 to 2025. So let me click onto this. The search has been narrowed down to 5338 documents found. Let's narrow down my search again. So I want only business management and accounting. Are you able to see all this on my screen properly? Sabko
Yes.
dikhai de raha?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So the subject area, because you can see the number of documents is around 5338 now documents. So it is too much in numbers. So what you will be doing is you will be start writing. So what is the broader topic? That is the financial inclusion, and just using this keyword only, financial inclusion right now, right? And I wanted to check this. What are the other search keywords with respect to this? Let me look at this. Keywords also come over here. You can take the help if you are not able to understand ki or kya keywords use karne hai. So what you can do is just write the broader topic over here. You will find these keywords that you can make use of. Like let's say we can make use of the sustainable development, right? So हम ये कर सकते हैं इसमें, let's say financial inclusion plus sustainable development plus digital fintech we can take, right? So I think this is okay. Like what is the impact of financial inclusion on sustainable development? So this can be one of your topics. So what you will be doing is yahan se you can take the help of the keywords, and let's move to here again. Let's add more search key field, and what we will be putting is sustainable development and fintech. Now let's see, let's click onto the search and let's see how many papers do we get. 84. I think this is a good number of papers, 84 documents. And we can go with all these papers, 84 documents found, right? So 84 documents means these are the people who has written on this financial inclusion, sustainable development and fintech topic. Means what? So these are the topics on which the people has written, 84 people has written the papers on this keywords. So let's finalize this. Let's say we want to write this, the SLR onto this, right? So हम इसी पे SLR लिखेंगे. So how we will start with this is now, एक और you can do this. You can see how many people is SLR already written on this topic. So let's put this systematic literature review word as well. Can you see to this? Like what I have written, I wanted to see is any systematic literature review has already been done on this topic. So let's look at this and click onto the search. So 3 documents has already been found over here. Some people they have written the SLR on this topic. So now you have to see when you are, now let's say we have selected this topic. So now you have to read these papers first and see like how you can make different, like from these papers, the paper that you are going to write, how this that paper is going to be different from these papers. So you need to check this out, right? So but let's start with this. Ye mujhe lag raha hai they are different already. They already are very different because you can see this is an open access paper, a comprehensive review. So you need to check this out. You just look at this. Another paper is on bibliometric and systematic literature review. You need to check this out. But let's not check this out and let's start with our search and let's start how to write this, right? So now we have got the 84 documents now. So click over here, select the documents, all the documents, and what you can do is you can export this, the CSV file. Click on to everything over here and click on export. So you can see at the bottom here that 84 documents you are exporting in the CSV file. Just look at this. Let me open this. Okay, now just have a look at this. So we are able to download 84 papers from the Scopus database. Right. So what we have done is, like, look at this. Let me increase the font size of this. So what we have got is the first row, right? The first row consists of the different headings, and the second row onwards till 85 row, it consists of the paper's details. So you can see from here, this second row consists of this author's name. Like this is the author. He has written a paper on the on this financial inclusion topic, and this is the title of his paper. He has written the paper in the year 2024, and the name of the journal is this, with the volume, issue number, article number, start, DOI, and all that. So all the information about a particular paper you can see from here. Same for the next paper till 84 papers. So what you have found from this Scopus database, so this file, CSV file that we have got from the Scopus database, this is your master CSV file. This file will help you. This file will help you to make a systematic literature review, right? So let's do this once again. Let me tell you once again with respect to this, what we have done till now. First of all, what is the first primary thing? You think of some topic. Think of some keywords. If you're not able to understand the keywords, what you can do is the broader topic that you want, you can put it over here. You can put it over here in the Scopus database, and with the help of this, you click onto this and you will find the other keywords that you can make use of while writing your SLR paper, right? So this is what we have done. We have to think of the topic, and uske baad what we have done is we have got 84 documents over here. We have got 84 documents, right? So 84 documents, what is the next step? We click on all the 84 documents. We selected all the 84 documents, and we extracted these 84 documents into the CSV file, and this is the CSV file that we have got from here. Is it clear till now? Please raise your hands if it is clear till now. Sabko
Yes,
clear
ma'am.
hua yahan tak? Any questions still here? किसी को कोई क्वेश्चन पूछना है अभी?
Ma'am, my question is, if someone doesn't have the access to these databases, then how to go about it? Because our institution doesn't offer the access to these databases.
So what you should do is you collaborate with the people who is having a access to these databases.
Okay.
Plus, what you can do is like sometimes back when I was doing my PhD, so like just say MDI Gurgaon, right? They give you an access to these databases and their libraries, and you can go there and you can on the payment basis you can access to those libraries and these databases as well. But try to have more and more friends with those people, try to write the paper with those people who is having a access to these databases, because without these databases it is very tough to write a paper, SLR paper especially. There is another website also, like this is, but this is very very refined, like मतलब इस पे तो आपको बहुत अच्छी help मिलती है. Otherwise there is another website that is called as a Google Scholar as well. So Google Scholar, you type it here, you click over here Google Scholar, and you can put the word financial inclusion, right? And जो भी आपके topics हैं you can put it here, and you will get the papers from here as well. But यहाँ पर with the help of the Scopus database जो आपकी help होती है, that is like this is like the database, this SCSV file that we have got is very 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 helpful. So this is the base of our SLR. Okay.
So it's better to have access to these databases.
Yes. और नहीं तो आपको क्या ही करना है, like what you exactly need is like you need the keywords, है ना, and you can take the help of somebody who can get this file, CSV file for you as well. That is all. मतलब उसके बाद तो you can do the way you want it to be. अपने आप से भी कर सकते हो, आपको किसी की हेल्प की जरूरत नहीं है. दिस इज द फर्स्ट स्टेप, एंड यहीं पे आपको मेजर हेल्प चाहिए होती है.
Okay.
राइट?
Ma'am, how many maximum keywords can we have? Like 4 or 5?
नहीं, कुछ भी कर सकते हो, एनी नंबर. इफ यू थिंक इट कैन बी 10, सो यू कैन पुट द 10 कीवर्ड्स एज वेल. और इसके अंदर दिस इज and word that we have used, you can put or word as well. Like if you think you have certain similar words with respect to this fintech के similar और क्या word हो सकता है? Green fintech से similar.
Financial technology.
Okay. So what you can do is यहाँ पे you can put it as or, and यहाँ पर आप कर सकते हो financial technology. Look at this. It can be any number. Anything else? Fintech, financial technology, और क्या हो सकता है? चलो, anyway. So you can make use of or and as well. ठीक है? So let's find out the number of papers. The number of papers has increased. 95. Yes. Yes. So you can use any number of the keywords. That is not necessary कि आपको इतने ही करने. So we have got 95 documents, and अब इसका भी you can download all the papers, right?
Ma'am, other than keyword, is there any other way by which we can find the related terms, like getting into subcategory? Is there any other way, ma'am?
हाँ, गूगल स्कॉलर पे आप जाके व्हाट यू कैन डू इज लाइक गूगल स्कॉलर पे आप गए, है ना, आपने यहाँ पर अपने कीवर्ड्स डाले, और फिर जो पेपर्स हैं उसके कीवर्ड्स को देख के भी आप सर्च कर सकते हो. जैसे हमने यहाँ पे फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन डाला, तो यहाँ पर यू कैन सी इसके अंदर ना PDF फाइल्स भी होती हैं. कुछ लोग व्हाट द पीपल दे डू इज दे पुट देयर PDF फाइल्स एज वेल ऑनलाइन. तो आप इनकी जो PDF फाइल्स हैं इनको ओपन करके यहाँ से इनके कीवर्ड्स को भी सर्च कर सकते हो आप. यू कैन सर्च दीज कीवर्ड्स एंड फाइंड आउट द कीवर्ड्स फॉर योर सर्च. Right? Is that okay?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Thank you.
So now this is like यहाँ पे there is a word called as advanced query. You can see over here. So click on to this advanced query and just select this and copy it at this place. Okay. Over here. So I will be using this these keywords or this query in my research methodology part, right? So
Ma'am,
what
please
is the
explain
first step?
once again. I just missed the part.
So what I'm saying is, like, there is a field called as advanced query over here. So advanced query pe you click and select this. So you select this and put it into the Word file. We will be needing this later on in the research methodology part. So all these things that we have done into the Scopus database, we will be needing all this when we will be writing the research methodology part. So, okay, let me tell you one more thing. This is one thing. Let's say we have got 95 papers, right? Let me take you back. So we have got the 95 papers. So let's say we want to narrow down our research again. So what you can do is you can select the subject area as well. Like which is the subject area you want to include. You want to include economics, econometrics, social science, and this much only. So you can do that as well. And document type may you can see articles, book chapters, conference paper, review book. So we do not normally want, when we are writing an SLR, we do not want the book chapters, conference paper, review. We only want the article. So click onto this. And next is finals, articles in press. No, we don't need this. India, we don't need this. English, we do not want the Spanish language paper. So limit to how many papers will we get now. So this is our final count. That is a 53 documents. Select this and export again, right? And then do this. यहाँ तक सबको clear है? Is it clear till here? Now we have decided that we will be moving ahead with this topic, right? And the main topic is our financial inclusion with sustainable development, right? So this is what our major topic is. So the next step, what will be a next step? The next step will be to design the questions for our research. Let me increase the font size. Okay. So what we have done is we have decided what is the topic of our study. So let's say this is a topic of a study and we are very sure that we are going to move ahead with this topic. So what is the next step that we will be doing is design the question for our SLR paper. So what are the questions that we are going to do? So let's read this. This is one of the papers. They have written the questions over here. I want each one of you to read this. I'll tell you what exactly it means, antecedent, decisions, and outcome. Kya matlab hota hai. But I wanted... Oh, 1 minute. Kahan chala gaya? Just read these questions now. This is a very good paper, right? So just read this. Just read these questions. Normally, when we write the SLR paper, we normally write these types of questions for each one of us.
Ma'am, I'm not able to see the screen. Ah, now I'm able to see. Thank you.
दिखाई दे रही? Okay, so this is one paper. Let me show you another paper in which the similar kind of the questions is there. This is a paper of one of my students on impact investing. The topic is impact investing. So let me show you this. So how she has written the questions, research questions. What are the ADO, antecedent decisions and outcomes impacting the impact investors? What are the geographical areas, journal of publication and type of research article for impact investing? What are the theoretical and managerial implication and future research of impact investing? So this paper, this is another paper, and these are the research objective or the research questions. that we are going to answer into this SLR paper of ours. Right? So copy this. So let's say this is our topic. What is our topic? Our topic is on financial inclusion. So what we will be writing instead of impact investor, we will be writing financial inclusion over here. Are you able to understand? Please raise your hands if you are able to understand till now. Okay. So yes. So what we will be doing is like, now we are working on the topic financial inclusion. So this is one of the models, that is ADO model. So ADO model, whenever you are writing the SLR paper, try to make an ADO model and try to use the this thing, TCM framework, right? TCM framework. I'll tell you what exactly it means. And what is the next thing? Geographical areas, journal of publication, type of research article for financial inclusion over here. यहाँ पर हमारा क्या हो जाएगा क्वेश्चन? Financial inclusion. What are the significant research gaps in financial inclusion? जो भी हमारा टॉपिक है, नॉर्मली जब भी आप लिखते हैं SLR, so normally you write these 3-4 main questions. These are the 3-4 major questions that you write for your SLR as well. So इसमें एक question ये भी आ सकता है. Research question 4 can be, what are the TCM framework? TCCM framework भी होता है, एक होता है TCMM framework. Sorry, TCCM framework. So आप ADO model, whenever you are writing an SLR, try to write an ADO model for sure, and TCM or TCCM framework. Like whenever we are writing this, so what is the model? ADO model. This is very, very important. If you do not write, if you make an SLR paper and you do not have an ADO model, then all the effort is waste. So my recommendation is always, whenever you are writing an SLR paper, do make a ADO model. So let me show you an ADO model. अभी सिर्फ आपको दिखा रही हूँ मैं, but I'll tell you how exactly it is to be made later on, right? So this is the ADO model on the impact investing, right? A means the antecedent, D is the decisions, and O is the outcomes. I'll tell you later on how we made this, right? So this is the model. This is related to the subject impact investing, right? This is related to the topic impact investing. So ADO model, this is very, very important that you should make this framework. And another framework that you should always go with is TCM or TCCM framework, right? So ye frameworks you must make whenever you are writing an SLR paper, ADO model or TCM or TCCM framework, right? So these are the normal questions that we always design whenever we are writing our SLR paper, right? So this is next. So what is the first thing now? Next is the introduction, right? So introduction is also very, very important. आप इंट्रोडक्शन, ये जो ऑब्जेक्टिव्स हैं, सबसे पहले यू विल बी राइटिंग द ऑब्जेक्टिव डिसाइड हो गया तो आपका पेपर में आपको वन बाय वन फिर फॉलो करते जाना है कि व्हाट विल बी द नेक्स्ट स्टेप एंड देन यू विल बी एबल टू राइट इट. सो फर्स्ट, the most important is the setting of the objective. Now we have already set the objective, so let's start writing with the introduction. So let's say our topic is financial inclusion is our topic, so write on to this introduction mein how will you write? You will be writing what exactly is financial inclusion and who started it, when did it start in India and all that, right? The important information. Even what you can do is you can use the Google. What I normally do is I do the Google as well for financial inclusion, right? So financial inclusion में यहाँ पर मुझे कोई latest information मिलती है तो वो भी what I normally do is I try to put this into the introduction part. So introduction part may you have to write the latest information also can be included into the introduction part. Then what is important, research gap is also very very important. Like अभी हमने जब Scopus database को open किया था, so we find there are 3 papers that has already been written on the same topic. So now you have to see what is how your topics is going to be different from the previous topics. So you have to find out the what is the difference in your financial inclusion paper of SLR and the previous paper. So research gap is also important. So this is one paragraph that you have to write, right? And what is the next research objective? Yahan par. So I'm talking about what I have told you right now is, so let me give you a revision of what we have done till now. Sabse pehle you have to think of a broader topic. Let's say financial inclusion, we have thought about it. So uske baad what we have done is, with the help of the Scopus database, we try to find out the number of papers, total number of papers that should be included, right? Uske baad, once we have got the CSV file, so what you will be doing is you will be writing the research questions. Once the research questions you come to know, so you start writing the introduction may you start writing about the financial inclusion, about what all is financial inclusion, any latest information about this financial inclusion, you can write it down. Then research gap is important, research objective. So I'm talking about only the introduction part now. Research objective, right? And research questions as well. So that is all you have to write in your introduction part. I hope this point is clear till here. Introduction tak aapko pura samajh mein aa gaya hai how to write the introduction part in the paper. Is it clear? Any questions now?
Research questions also should be included in the introduction part.
Yes.
Like
you can
the
see
ATO
from here
model
as well.
and TCM questions.
Yes, because this is the research objective or the research questions, so it has to be at one place. You cannot scatter it. Like सिर्फ यहाँ पे questions आपने define किए,
हाँ जी.
लिखोगे तो आप in the subsequent sections ना उसको explain जो करोगे subsequent sections में करोगे, but एक बार आपने लिख बता दिया ना कि ये आपके research questions है और इनको आप इस पूरे paper में you will try to answer these questions.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. So this is about the introduction. So let's move to the next. Isme na, there is no review of literature. So what is the second part in this? Here is research methodology. So this is the next section of this. That is the research methodology. Isme what we normally do is Prisma framework. Let me show you a Prisma framework example. Okay. I normally use this Prisma framework. आप इस Prisma framework को modify भी कर सकते हो. You can modify this as well according to your needs. So, but I normally follow it like this in the 4 stages. It has 4 stages: identification, screening, eligibility, and inclusions. So now let's start with this. यहाँ पर मैंने लिखा है what is the first step. इसमें लिखा है पेपर टाइटल्स एंड एब्स्ट्रैक्ट वाज स्क्रीन थॉरली. यहाँ पर ना ये जो हमने स्कोपस डेटाबेस का यूज किया था है ना, तो यहाँ पर देयर आर मेनी कीवर्ड्स और देयर आर मेनी फील्ड्स जो आप सर्च कर सकते हो. हम नॉर्मली क्या सर्च करते हैं? आर्टिकल टाइटल, एब्स्ट्रैक्ट एंड कीवर्ड्स. इसका क्या मतलब है? इसका ये मतलब है कि ये जो वर्ड फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन दैट यू वांटेड टू सर्च इन द रिस्पेक्टिव पेपर्स, ये कहाँ सर्च करेगा? आर्टिकल के टाइटल में, उसके एब्स्ट्रैक्ट में और या कीवर्ड्स में. तो हम यहाँ पर जो फील्ड लेते हैं, ये जो सर्च विद इन है, क्योंकि बहुत सारी फील्ड्स हैं जिसमें आप सर्च कर सकते हो, बट वी नॉर्मली इंक्लूड दिस. इट मीन्स व्हाट? इट मीन्स आर्टिकल के टाइटल में या तो वर्ड हो या फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन, एब्स्ट्रैक्ट में हो या कीवर्ड्स में, तो वो पेपर ये आपको यहाँ पर ला के दे देगा. ये जो पेपर्स आपके आए हैं ये इसके अंदर कौन से कहां पर थे ये कीवर्ड्स? फिनटेक और फाइनेंशियल टेक्नोलॉजी, आर्टिकल के टाइटल, एब्स्ट्रैक्ट और कीवर्ड, राइट? तो जो मैंने जब प्रिज्मा फ्रेमवर्क बना रही हूँ तो यहाँ पे क्या
Ma'am,
लिखा
can
है
you
मैंने?
please continue in English?
Okay, okay, okay. So what we have to write here is paper, title and abstract were screened thoroughly and only those articles were selected that are related to the field of impact investing with the following keywords. And total records, total number, initial total numbers that we have got is 814. Right? Total number. So यहाँ पर what we, the Scopus database searches that we have done initially. So let's say initially we have got 200 papers. So what you will be writing over here is यहाँ पे instead of impact investing, what you will be writing financial inclusion. Let me put it only FI here. And the other keywords that you have got, and let's say the total paper that we have got is 200. Now we will, what we have screened for, we have made, यहाँ पे what we have done is like we have screened the papers over here. Some screening has been made now. Like we have searched only to economics, econometrics and finance, social finance. So what you will be writing over here is records identified in research database field of economics, econometric and finance and social science. And this. And यहाँ पे initial, sorry, यहाँ पर let me write 814. Let's take this example only. So 814 we have. So after first screening, so let's say we have got this much of papers, 484. So how many we have excluded at this stage? 330. So this and this total should be equal to this. Yeah, per let me 4 आ गया, 8 3 11, हाँ, right. So this total, this box total and this box total has to be this total. So what is the next step? What we have done is, like, let's say we have identified out of this 484 articles that we have got. So let's say we search only for those papers that is in ABDC listed journal and Scopus journals. So, so again, at this stage, we excluded 30 articles, and how much we are left with? 254. So the total of this and this box should be equal to 484. And in the last, what you have to do is, like, this is your master file. So यहाँ पर ना, there is an abstract also. Just look at this. कहाँ पर है? This is the abstract. Select this abstract and put it over here on the next sheet. Increase this. So you have to read this abstract thoroughly. And you have to read this abstract now. And there might be some papers that is not of use to us. Still, they are a part of this abstract. So those papers you have to delete from here, or even from here as well. If you have a look at it, some papers also comes that is open, that is not very good. And you can see by reading even the title of the paper, or even the looking at the source title. Source title is what? The journal name. So you can know this key, like you can see from this IFIP, Advances in Information and Communication Technology. So this paper doesn't seems to be good. So what you have to do is you have to delete it from here. So this is the last stage. So in the Prisma framework, so what you will do is articles were screened for quality journals with relevant content. So again, we have deleted 100 papers out of 254, and we are left with the quality papers, that is 154. Now this 154 papers makes our with the help of this 154 papers, we will be writing the SLR. We will be writing our SLR. So this is how you have to make the Prisma framework. So Prisma framework, this is more visible. This Prisma framework is more visible. You can see from here, like it gives more clarity to your paper. So that is why we use this. Let me show you one more paper. Yes, somebody wants to
Excuse me,
ask.
ma'am.
Yes,
I
yes.
have one question. I just wanted to know that in screening part, are we supposed to screen through the categories or disciplines only, or are we supposed to screen through the years, the countries, and the types of journal they are?
Look, I'm telling you what I'm telling you. It depends on you, right? So normally the screening is country doesn't make any sense, because if you
Okay.
will going to screen for country, so you will have very less number of papers. So do not go for that. I will
Okay.
never look at this. If you go for this, so you have only, if you're thinking to do it only for India, it's only 7 in number. So would you like to do? No, there is no use of that. So you cannot do the screening based on the country. You
Okay.
have to include all the countries if you're doing the SLR.
So basically, we are supposed to include all the filters that will be using in that, right?
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So make elaborate, you can elaborate this as well. Abhi,
Okay.
I have not elaborated this. You can make more, you can elaborate this.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Ma'am, I have a
Yes.
question. In the
Yes,
eligibility
yes.
part, you mentioned that articles from ABDC and Scopus journals were selected. So,
Yes.
how do you get this figure of 254? Basically, we are using the Scopus database only.
Scopus is okay. Scopus is okay, but ABDC, let me show you this paper. मैं एक figure दिखाती हूँ आपको. एक table में होगा, I think. Scopus is okay. Like this is ABDC also. Look at this. What one this my student she has done is like Scopus and C category. Only those papers that is a part of Scopus. Scopus to hai hi hai. All of them are Scopus, but at the same time, plus or and word you can use ABDC. So you can see from here all the papers that has been selected for this impact investing paper of mine. So we have papers that is a part of the ABDC and Scopus. Scopus to hai hai, right? But ABDC, you can also expand this. You can take SCI papers. You can take Q ranking journals paper. If it is Q1, Q2, Q3. So if you do not want to include the Q4, so you can exclude that paper as well.
So,
So
ma'am,
you
this
have to
needs to be
decide.
done manually, right?
हाँ, इसके अंदर you have to do it manually.
Okay.
Ma'am, is it like we have to check every article whether it is indexed in
Yes,
ABDC
yes,
and
yes,
then
yes, yes, yes,
oh,
yes, yes. That is, I
okay.
know, a little
All
tough,
the
but
53 articles which we have got.
yes. So इसमें what the normally you should do is like you collaborate. At least 3 to 4 people should write this paper. So अगर like 53 is the minimum number, नहीं 42 is the minimum number that you can start your SLR with. But the maximum number that can go to even is 500 or 600 as well. So it is not mandatory. मतलब थोड़ा ना फिर when you start actually what you have to do is there must be repetitive of the journals as well, na? So it is not that all the journals you have to see. So what you can do is like you can copy all the list of the journals from here. You can put it there, and what you can do is like you can filter it, sort kar do. So you will see like there is a duplication of the paper, duplication of the journals. So you don't have to see all the journals. You can see resource policy has been repeated a number of times. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, in this case, we are finding whether this Scopus index data is indexed in ABDC. But how will we get the ABDC data? Is there any other database? Like, where do we fetch those data?
Yeah, you just type it here over here, ABDC journal list. So this is the first list, first link that you have got. Click onto this, and it will take you to the ABDC list. Like you can click onto this PDF file or the Excel file as well. Right? यहाँ पे you will get this, and even you can put the name of the journal here and click onto this. It will show you what is the rank of this journal. So you can see it is A category journal. So like this also you can do this, and this you can click over here.
Is it
The
open
Excel file
source?
will come. It's an open source. Yes, it's an
Okay.
open source, right? Yes. So this is what we can do. So let's move ahead of this. So, okay, research methodology part we were talking about. Okay, so usme research methodology mein, what you can do is you can make tables like this as well. Database Scopus, we have extracted the paper. So we have looked into the title, abstract and keywords. What are the fields that we have searched? Search string kya tha and time span kya tha, right? So if you make, this is the research methodology part that we are doing, right? And we are just making a table. We are writing it simultaneously. Look at this. Table 2 presents the inclusion and table 1. So what yahan par hoga? Table 1. So you have to mention this in writing as well over here like this, and you just make a tables or the figures also, because if you make the tables and figures, it gives more clarity to your paper and to that of the editor or the reviewer as well. If you have more and more figures, it will give you more clarity. So try to make more and more figures. Let me show you one paper onto this. This is another paper. Let me show you this. It is opening up. Look at this. This is the figure research methodology part mein. He has on the top of it. He has discussed about his research questions. And look at this scope of the study. What are the journals that he has taken? ABS listed journals. Boundaries, keywords. Look at this. Somebody was asking the number of keywords. Look at this, the number of keywords this person has taken. Time period. So this is the time period, right? So what he has done, screening and selection process may what he has done. So this is actually, look at this. This is a Prisma framework kind of a thing. Can you see to this? I will send you this paper as well. So you can make it differently as well. It is not mandatory that you have to follow all the steps like this only. So you can modify according to your research as well. So this is how he has written the Prisma framework and analysis and synthesis. So this is the table that this person has made in his research methodology part to make his paper more visible, right? So he has written this as well over here. Everything has been written over here, but he has made the tables as well to make it more visible. So whenever you are writing an SLR, try to make more and more tables. So like, let me show you another table. Okay, so this is one of my tables my student has made in this paper of impact investing. So another table that she has made is inclusion exclusion criteria. So what is being included and what is being excluded, right? So what all we have included in this paper: excluded working papers, report, unpublished work, and thesis. That is not included. Case studies, book chapters were excluded. And what we have included is Scopus Index and ABDC Rank Journal, articles type, the search keyword, and papers published in English. So this is another table that includes the exclusion and inclusion criteria. So we have mentioned this table in the paper, right? So this is Prisma framework. I have already told you, okay. So Prisma framework that we have made over here. So you have to write this as well in your paper. Look at this. So we have written everything that we have discussed in this Prisma framework. Every step of this diagram has been written over here, right? So like how we proceeded for it is already written into it, everything. So only the articles in English were included. So this is the next stage, is the screening, eligibility, how many articles has been left after this stage. 254 articles were retained after the eligibility. ABDC ranked journals and Scopus Index journals. Last May, how many articles has been included? So 154 research articles has been included for the final review. So all these stages of the Prisma framework, we have made the diagram, but we have to write this as well over here. So this is what we have written over here. So this is the part that includes your research methodology. Even you can make a diagram like this. Ye jo paper I have shown you already, this you can make the diagrams like this as well. You can make the small diagrams like this paper of mine as well. Prisma framework, like we have made this, and we have made these tables as well. I've shown you already the inclusion exclusion criteria. This is also one of the important table. This is also one of the important tables, right? Or you can make the tables like this to make the paper more impressive and more like visible to the editor and the reviewer, right? So this is your research methodology part. I hope this is clear till here. Sabko clear hai? Please raise your hands if it is clear to all of you.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes.
Ma'am, for agriculture sector, can we take NARP journals also? Are they valid?
What did you say?
Ma'am, for agriculture sector, can we
Yes.
take NARP rated journals?
Yes, you have to see for that. If it is a different screen, I'm basically talking about the management stream. So if your agriculture site has a that ranking, so you can always take that.
Ma'am, are
Bilkul
they
is-
equivalent to Scopus?
That you have to check. That you need to check that out.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes. Any other query? Yahan tak everybody is clear till here?
Ma'am, is Prisma the only way by which we can screen and take the journal, like the screening is only
This-
done through Prisma, or?
Actually, what we have done is, this is the Scopus we have done the screening actually. We have put the way we have do the screening, and we have depicted it through Prisma model. Let me repeat what I said is, I'm saying that we have find out the papers, the total number of the papers that should be included is in our SLR paper. We have found this out with the help of a Scopus database. And the Prisma framework helps us to write it down how we moved ahead in the Scopus database. I'm not saying this is the only way. I'm not saying, but this is one of the way that you can write. I normally put this into my papers because it is one of the best way to depict how you proceed ahead in screening the papers from the Scopus database. So this is what I feel is the best. I have written around 4 to 5 SLR papers, and all my SLR papers I have made use of this SLR. So you can, Prisma framework, but you can modify this as well. वही मैंने आपको बोला, nowadays people may modify this according to how they proceed ahead with the Scopus database. Like हमने कोई और stage follow किया, like I have written over here is like ABDC journal. So you might not be doing this. So you can put something else instead of this. So when you do the practice on this SLR papers, you can find a new keywords and new words to depict it over here, right? I
Thank
hope
you,
it is
ma'am.
clear. Yes. Okay, so this is our research methodology part. Fine. So let's proceed ahead. So research methodology. So the next part is here is the data analysis. So you can see, every one of you can see, there is no review of literature over here. There is a second section of this SLR paper is the research methodology, and third is the data analysis. Now, this is very, very important. So what all you will be doing in the data analysis part, now you will be describing about the ADO model. You will be writing about the TCM framework, TCM or TCCM framework. I'll tell you what exactly it means and how you go about it. Country wise, country wise, uh, uh, based on the type of study, और किसके basis पे कर सकते हो आप? Let me show you this. Theory wise, acha theory, year of publication, yes. This can be on the basis of year of publication. I'll tell you exactly what you have to do into this. Now let's start with the this last three first because they are the most easiest. So let's write with the year of publication. So what is year of publication means over here? Let me delete this.
Authors, can you put which
Yes,
author has
yes.
most in that area?
We can do that, but actually, yes, but bibliometric analysis is better for this. You can do the mix and match for this as well. It is not mandatory. Like we are, abhi ek bar let's do this.
Yes, ma'am.
Bibliometric also we can add to it. So, but let's do the SLR first.
Okay, ma'am.
So what is the first thing? Let's say year of publication. So what you will be doing is year of publication, you can see from here, and you put this year of publication over in the new worksheet. And then what you can do is you can sort it from lower to higher. So this is one table that you can make, year and number of papers. Let me increase the font size. So you can see in the 2019 year, how many papers has been written? Only one. 2020 mein, how many papers has been written over here? So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's say 9, right? So 2021 mein, how many papers has been written? Let's say 10. So 2022 mein. So this is one table that you can put it over here. So let me show you this into the main file. Year of publication. Look at this. So this is one table that you can put in your SLR paper. It means how many documents have been published in the year 2000, different years for this topic. So this is one table, and you have to write the analysis also over here. So this is one table. Next table can be, yes, this can be another table that is called as a journal of publication as well. So, you know, this file, ये जो Scopus database file है, this is your master file. Please remember, this is your master file, and with the help of this, it's very easy to write a SLR paper, right? So next is the source title. That is the journal name. So what you can do is from here, you can again make another table with the help of this. So you can see this is not a good paper, second international conference. You can delete it from here. So what you can do is like, you can write down the name of the journal and how many papers has been published. One. So what is the next? This is the next here. So they all have published one paper. Okay. So now you can, this is another table. This is journal name and number of papers. Right. यहाँ पर what you can do is you can make another table as well, जिसके अंदर लिखा where you can write ABDC listed journal. This table can be elaborated. Scopus indexed. अच्छा Scopus तो है ही है. What is the next? That is the Q rank journal. SCI rank journal. So look at this. So you can make this table, another table, and you need to check out whether this journal is ABDC, yes or no. So you can write down yes if it is there. Scopus index, it is there. Q rank में कौन सा ranking है? Q1 है, Q2 है. What is that? SCI में if it is SCI, so you can write down as yes. So this is another table that you can make for this. Everybody is able to understand? Please raise your hands if you are able to understand. Is it clear to all? सबको समझ में आ रहा है? Okay, nice. Okay. Okay, so this is another table that you can make, right? This is a very elaborated table and you can make this. If you can make this table, that will be really good, right? So this is another table for you. This is journal of publication and indexing also you can make use of, right? So this is another table that you can make. And geographical area of the study means how many people are from different countries. So ye na table, what you can do is, let me take you here. So yahan par in the Scopus database, if you look at this, so there is an option that is called as analyze results over here. Can you see to this over here? So click on to this analyze results. You can see from here year of publication. From here also you can see, and you can download this document as well. Yahan se you can export this. You can export this from here. If you click onto the export into the CSV file, so you will get it downloaded file. So you can see from here, this is the year of publication and number of papers it has published. So this is a table that you can get automatically. These are another tables that you can get from here. Even country-wise table you can get from here. Look at this. You do not need to understand. So how many people has researched more onto this topic? China. Then comes India. 7 documents. You can see from here. You can export it from here, and you can put the CSV file, and you can put this in your paper, right? So yahan pe, this is another table that you can put into your paper. So like this, you will go on. Like this is one table that will be done in your paper, right? So let's move to type of research article. So now next thing is to see how many papers are qualitative, quantitative, and conceptual. So how will you come to know about this? You will come to know about this with the help of your abstract. ये abstract से पता लगेगा. So the abstract that you have got, so you read these abstracts and then you will find it out. So how many papers are of qualitative, quantitative, or conceptual in nature. So from here you will come to know. So this is another table that you will get for your paper. This is primary data study or secondary data. Again, you will come to know from here itself. That is from your this Scopus database file and from the abstract itself, right? So let me just give me a minute. Okay, so let's move to another important aspect of it. That is, let's do first the TCM framework or the TCCM framework. So this is very, 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 very important framework. You must do that. इसका मतलब होता है T stands for theory. T is for theory. C is for country. Another C is for context. M is for methodology. So if you write a paper, do follow this. Country we have already talked about. Context, may we have already seen this. Look at this, like context when we talk about, so it means whether it is a primary study or we have used the secondary data, right? So in some it means this, and in some papers, what does it mean? It also means this thing, ki like to whom you have surveyed. To whom you have surveyed. Matlab, who is your respondent? Are you able to understand? See, context mein you can write like, is it a primary data or is it a secondary or is it a conceptual paper? So this is one thing also you can do. Second aspect, इसमें ये भी लिख सकते हो, you can write who all are your respondents, right? So how do you come to know about this context? With the help of abstract. So you know your abstract is very, very important. So what you can do is, don't find it out, just don't read the whole of it. So what you can do is, यहाँ पे you can type, let's say you want to find out if any theory has been used in any of the papers that we have abstracted, we have extracted all the papers. So whether the authors have used the theory in this or not. So what you will be doing is, you write into the find and click next. So you can see this 9th paper is having a theory. So click, just do the red and move to next. So the 17th paper is having a theory. Next, 25th paper is having a theory, right? Later on, once you select all these papers that is having a theory, so next, what will be the step of yours? Read these papers that has been marked as red and then see what is the theory they have used. What is the theory that has been used in this paper? So this paper and the other papers as well. So how will you write this? Let me show you this. Let me show you my another paper in which I have used the theory. Let me show you this. Just a minute. Okay, let me show you this. Theory, when we talk about the theory, so how do we write that out? Let me show you that. This is my another paper. Okay, this is another framework that I was talking about. This is another way that we have written. Instead of the Prisma framework, we have depicted the data like this. Right? So this is another theories context. Look at this. So what we have done here is, can you see to this paper? So this is a theory. Look at this theory, TCCM framework. We have tried to use, we have written theories. Let me show you the table with respect to this paper. Let me close it down. बहुत सारे papers खुल गए हैं. Let me see. Anyways, I'll show it to you. Now is the theory. Next is the context, methods. Let me see where is the table with respect to this. अच्छा इसमें पीछे होगा. 1 minute. Let me show you. There's so many things that we have to do all. Na? Tables, theory ka I think isme hoga. Okay, this is our initial sheet. Look at this theory. How we have written the theoretical underpinning. Look at this. So these are the different theories and number of articles that has used these theories and references in text citation that we have put for these papers. Like collaborative consumption theory has been put in one article, and who has written this paper? That is Lee and DeLong. So this is how you can put your theories like this table. Context may look at this. So we have put the country name as well here and retirement, the respondents. Can you see to this? So these are the respondents and number of articles and references or in-text citation, right? Methods, look at this. So again, quantitative, 50 people, percentage analysis has been done. So this is the methods, number of articles and references or in-text citations. So this is also a very, very important thing if you put into your paper. Hanji, are you able to understand? सबको समझ में आ रहा है?
मैम कंटेक्स्ट में जैसे आपने बताया कि we can tell what whether it was a primary data or a secondary data and who were the respondents. Can we show both of
Either
these
of-
things?
Either of the things. Either of the things.
Either of the things. If both the things are available, then
No.
which should be preferred?
Preferred to आपके respondent. That should be the respondent. Context में normally respondents you do that.
Okay. And ma'am, one more thing, जैसे आपने theory भी बताया था, theory भी context में हम डाल सकते हैं?
नहीं नहीं, theory तो बिल्कुल different हो गया. Theory is entirely
अच्छा,
different
theory
from
तो
the
हम
context.
theory में ही डालेंगे.
T में
Okay.
ही डालेंगे ना?
हाँ, T
You
में
will
डालेंगे.
put this into that. Yes, yes. There is no. इसमें तो T is for theory, C is for country, C is for context, M is for methodology.
ओके मैम, जो आपने थियरी में बताया था कि आपने एब्स्ट्रैक्ट कॉपी कर लिए थे एंड देन यू सर्च फॉर द वर्ड थियरी.
Theory, yes.
तो यू विल गेट टू नो उसी से कि आपको कौन से पेपर्स में थियरी यूज्ड है.
Use
द
करिए.
वर्ड
हाँ.
थियरी इज यूज्ड, राइट?
Yes, yes, yes. Because this is a shortcut. You know, if you have to read all the papers, then it becomes very cumbersome. So what you can do is like you can use this filter. Find में अगर आप लगाओगे theory, तो it will take you only to those papers.
Okay, we have to search for the word theory only.
Yes, yes.
And in
Because
the
you do
paper
not
we
know
will
that.
find the theory, which theory they use.
Yes, yes, yes. You have to. Then you have to read the whole paper, the abstract,
Hmm.
whole abstract, है ना?
Yes. Okay, thank you.
Any other
Maybe,
question?
ma'am, but it could be possible that theory is not mentioned in the abstract, but they could have used in the
So you
paper
can,
as well.
yes, that is also one of the thing. So in that case, you need to check out the papers. You need to, obviously, this is, this is only the shortcut. This is only
Yes,
the
ma'am.
shortcut. You have to read the full paper as well. Like, what you can do is like, you try to find out the best papers from here. Some of the
Yeah.
papers might not be very good, but by reading the abstract, you can find out which are the good papers. So,
Yeah.
so only those good papers you can proceed ahead with. With that means you can write, you can read the full papers for that. Some of the papers are not very good, right? Or just secondary papers होते हैं, secondary data से, the papers that has been written with secondary data, they are not very good. Some of them.
Yeah.
So you can
Yes.
exclude those papers. You don't need to download those papers and don't need to read those papers. So
Okay.
every paper don't need to be, you do not need to read the whole paper, every paper. So only the important papers you need to download and read. Any other query?
Ma'am, if my research paper is confined to India only, what should I write in the context then? Shall I use state or something?
No, respondents. You talk about the respondents there.
Okay.
Yes, respondents, like you have got the questionnaire filled from, one of my students, she is working on the green bonds. So the people who has in retail investors of green bonds. So uska respondents kaun hai? So retail investors. So this is what you have to write. This is one example.
Okay.
मैम मेथडोलॉजी पार्ट एक बार दोबारा दिखा दीजिए. I could not see to it properly.
Methodology में Prisma framework is there. कौन से paper का you want me to?
TCCM
अच्छा,
model.
okay, okay.
The last.
Methodology.
Yes.
Okay. This is nothing but actually, what is the, like, is it a qualitative study? It is a quantitative study, primary data, secondary data. So this is what you can write over here. No? Like qualitative data, in-depth interview, 20 participants, and which person has written that paper. So this is, these are very, very important tables,
So ma'am, we have to make the table for year of publication in data analysis I'm talking about.
Yes.
Source of publication,
These are the things actually, it depends on you.
Okay.
What, yes, like it depends on you. It is not mandatory that you have to do it for everything. So it depends on you how you want to go ahead. Like, but my suggestion for you all is like you must make the TCM or TCCM framework and ADO model as well. So these are the two. This is one model and this is the TCC. ये तो आपको करना ही करना चाहिए. If you are going for a paper for SLR, so these are two important aspects that you must go with. उसके beyond depends on you what else you want to depict in your paper.
Okay, ma'am.
Hanji, anything else? Any other question? Okay, so let me shut down these files. Just give me a minute.
Ma'am, can you share some good papers on which all these things are there for the better understanding?
What I can do is I can share you all the papers that the collection of papers that I have with you all.
Okay.
Yes, so you can see from a little of everything from the papers.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Right. Next is the ADO framework. Now this is also very important. इसके बिना मुझे लगता है कि this is everything is waste of time if you have not added the ADO framework. Now, what is the ADO framework? So we still have the time. So let's move ahead to it. So let me show you this impact investing. This is a paper on impact investing. This is a new field in the area of finance. So antecedents is the main factors. The main factors that is impacting the investor to invest in impact. Just a minute, the plane is going. Okay, so here we have to chalk out, we have to write the main factors. Like antecedent is the main factor. So the topic of this research is the impact investing. Why do the people go for impact investing? What is the factor that drives the people for impact investing? So antecedent may you will be writing the main factors. So let's say what is the main factor? First is the financial factor. Why people are investing in those companies that are doing impact investing? First motive for every investor is the financial motive, right? First is the financial, next is the social. So yahan par we have tried to find out in the antecedent, we have tried to find out all the factors that is impacting the impact investor to make an investment in these companies. So these are the different factors, right? So that comes under the heading that is called as an antecedent, right? So next is the decisions. Like if your motive is financial return, if the motive of a person is the financial return, so what is the decision he will take? He will take high financial returns, value generation ability, incentive and infrastructure, or portfolio diversification. So this is the thing that he has in his mind when he is investing into the firms that is doing the impact investing. And what will he get in return in totality? What is the outcome for this? Satisfactory financial returns, increase in the value of the investment. So this is what he will get. So similarly, next factor is the social factor. So what has he in his mind? Creation of social value, social return. And what is the total outcome that he will get? Social benefit for the society he will get. And the model that we have made, this is antecedent, decisions, and outcome. So we have attached this with the help of a theory. So what is the theory that we have attached it with? Is Macklin's theory of needs. So uska on the top of it, when we say the financial need, so the need is need for power. and like this, like this. So we have connected this, our topic of ADO model of impact investing with Becklin's theory of need. So this is the models that you have to make. So this is one model. So let me show you this another paper of mine. We have made another model. This is, let me show you this paper. This is another paper of mine. जिसके अंदर we have made the ADO model, and this is on second hand fashion. तो यहाँ पर भी we have talked about the antecedent decisions and outcomes, right? And similar, you can see that like second hand clothing or second hand fashion के ऊपर है ये paper. तो situational variables, retail store availability, population density, and what is the outcome of it? Collaborative buying and shopping frequency. So like this, we have made the ADO model. I hope it is clear to all. सबको clear हुआ ये?
We talk about from the point of view of financial inclusion. So what could be
Okay.
the ADO model?
We need to see to this. वो बहुत let me tell you one thing, कि it is not easy to make this ADO model. Let me show you how it includes a lots and lots of efforts. It is not a day's work, and let me show you how we started with this. Like जब मैंने I write a paper on this second hand fashion, right? So what we do was, like, we were three females, and we were three friends, and we started writing onto this. How we started with this was, like, there was a Google Drive that we created. This is a live example that I'm telling you, and we created a Google Drive onto this, and with the help of the Google Drive, let me show you the Excel file over here. Let me show you. So it took us at least a week or more than a week to create this. It's not that easy, what you have to do is, like, you have to brainstorm for this. Let me show you this Excel file if I am able to find this out. In the Google Drive, we made this Excel sheet. Sheets are here. You need to work out a lot for this, only then you are able to get this Excel sheet.
Ma'am, to make this ADO model, we should go through the abstract fully. Is it so?
Yes. You have to find out the factors from here itself, from the abstract itself. Like, let me show you this paper. This is the paper on the second hand fashion. Let me show you this. So what we have, look at this, like, 1 minute. This is the ADO model. Look at this. What we started with this, like, you have to read the abstract, and you have to find out the variables from here. This is, ADO model is basically a what? It is like what the people they have written in their papers, the variables they have used in their papers. So what you will need to do is, like, so what I was showing you was, like, this is our Excel sheet, and the moment we got the variables, so we write it over here, and the from the paper number, we have write down the paper number as well, and again, what are the different decisions and what are the different outcomes. So we write it like this, and then, after lots and lots of brainstorming, we got this model. So it's not a one day's work. It takes around 1 week or 2 weeks. So this is the most difficult and the most important part of any paper, because this depicts the variables that has been used in the past in these papers. Like, let's say this is a financial inclusion paper, and financial inclusion papers may, what are the most important variables that will make a part of your antecedents, that is a part of the antecedents, and what are the decisions they have taken, and what is the outcomes of this. So you have to just do the brainstorming, just read the abstract and start writing the variables that you find it out, and write the number of the paper like this. So decision maybe and outcomes maybe, and then finally you will get this ADO model.
Okay, ma'am, the variables, antecedent means the variables which are used in the different papers, right?
Yes.
And when we say decisions, so it would be like the indicators, can we call it?
Yeah, matlab, like economic variables ko elaborate, you elaborate this variable, like economic variables mein what all comes, price awareness, income and cost structure. So this you will find, everything you will find from the abstract. Or what you can do is like, you can, like if you want to take a shortcut as well, so what you can do is you can do some part of it through a Google as well. So that is how we have find this out. Is this clear?
Maybe antecedents we can find, but how about the decisions and outcomes? Like,
Decisions ka what is like, if there is an economic variable, so what will be the outcome? So it will be given in the abstract itself, or you can Google this as well. It will be written most of the times in the abstract of the papers. So you have to read this very carefully. These words you have to find out, or you can make use of the Google to find out the best word that suits with this. Or like, matlab, yahan par to you will be looking at this, right? So in the Google also you have to find this out. So this is the main base of any paper of the SLR. This is what I would like to say.
So ma'am, decision में भी तो वही आएगा जो abstract में terminology
आपको लग
use
रहा है?
है.
No. There is a difference into this. Look at this. Psychographic attributes. Like यहाँ पे we have taken age, gender, national professions, and what is the total outcome of it? Like what is the part of it, and what is the total outcome of it? क्या क्या decisions को ध्यान में, like जैसे financial factors है. So financial returns, value generation ability, incentives and infrastructure. This is a part of the financial factors. Total outcome hai ye. There is a difference. Are you able to understand this? If you'll read, if you'll go through it, then you'll find it the difference, right? Look at this na, like जैसे seller character, कोई easy वाला लेते हैं. Let's take the easiest one. Like look at this. Okay, environmental factors. Look at this. So इसमें responsible citizens we have taken, socially conscious and consumption behavior. और यहाँ पर outcomes में we have taken, that is attainment of SDGs. What is the final outcome? Like experiential factor में stimulation, imagination, face-to-face business communication, and यहाँ पर stimulation, newness, circular business model. So this is the outcome of it.
Ma'am, I am confused between two things. The first is the antecedents and decisions we will get from reading the abstract, right?
Everything we'll get from reading the abstract only.
Outcome also.
Yes, you will get it from there.
So we have to give it our own name to the outcome.
Outcome ko you can give your own name, and you can make use, like it will be there, but maybe the right word you might not get. Like, so what you can do is you can find out the best word with the help of the Google as well. This is what I'm saying. Yes.
And then antecedents और decision जो होगा वो जो paper abstract में given है हमारे को, हमें वही word लेना है, उसको हम अलग name नहीं दे सकते, right?
नहीं, हम ले सकते हैं थोड़ा बहुत. We can make a changes. Yes, we can take that as well. Is it clear?
Can you show it from some paper? I mean, is it paper number 43? What are the economic variables? What you have labeled as economic variables? What is the decision? What is the outcome? Any one abstract?
So I don't have an abstract for this right now. I need to check this out.
Maybe tomorrow if you can share.
Yes, definitely.
Just pick up one abstract and it will become, the clarity will come.
Okay, fine. I'll do that. For sure, I'll do that. वही एक चीज और what I was trying to tell you was, like, you do not need to read the whole of the papers. So the papers are good papers like this only, that has got a variables, right? That has got some variables or that has got some diagrams. So that paper you need to choose and need to read the full paper for that as well. So from there you will get this. Anyways, I'll show it to you tomorrow. Definitely, I'll show it to you.
Thank you.
Yes. Anything else? Anything else? So I think let's close it down today here itself, and then we'll meet again at 7 tomorrow. Fine.
Thank you, ma'am. It was very meaningful session. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am. Ma'am, I would like to know one thing. You will be
Hanji.
covering bibliometric analysis tomorrow.
Yes.
And ma'am, is content analysis a part of bibliometric analysis? Because I've seen some of the papers that they have shown bibliometric and content analysis both.
Yes, we'll do that.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So
Ma'am,
see you tomorrow.
bibliometric analysis with any specific software or
Yes. Biblioshiny. Yes. Our software. We will be
Okay.
making use of the R software, and in the R software, we will be using Biblioshiny. Yes. If you want, you can also download that R software with you, and Biblioshiny, so that can be downloaded that time only. But you should have our software with you tomorrow. Fine.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, Ji. Bye. Good night.
For what purpose this biblioshiny is needed?
For writing the bibliometric paper, bibliometric
Okay.
analysis.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. ठीक है.
And shall we
Okay.
download the R software then?
Yes, that will be great.
Okay.
Fine. Okay. Good night.
Thank you, ma'am. Good night.
Thank
Good
you,
night.
ma'am. Good night.
Good night. Good night, everyone.